Okay, I want to welcome everybody to our co-founder meeting. It is Thursday, December 19th, and I want you all to meet my little friend here. This is a little puppy here, one of four. So there's four of them. I was trying to get all of them, but they're kind of they're kind of underneath the foundation and a little hard to get. So this one came out, so we could have this one say hello to everyone. Hello,
Mhm.
everybody.
Mhm.
All right. Is this working where the speaker view is showing? I can't tell. Is the screen big? I just see myself in a little window. Am I in a little window or in a big window?
You look good, Ace. You're in a big window.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Good deal. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna use this guy here. Which one we got here? We got ourselves looks like a female to me. No, maybe it's a male. I guess that would be a male. Hard to tell at this stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's probably a male. Yeah. So but yeah, beautiful, beautiful puppy. A little bit of a surprise. One day I just saw that she had them, and and then she's been taking good care of them. See how fat he is. Look how fat this one is. They're all like that, all
Mhm.
four of them. All right, so I'm gonna put him in here. The mama's coming back around, so I need to kind of button this up for a little bit. Hey, Shamal. That's right. She's right here. Okay. There we go. All right, give me a second, guys. All right. She smells her mama nearby. We're gonna have her go. Or him. There she goes with her little puppy. Wow. All right. Okay. So we're gonna talk about a few things today. And let me just fix my background. I'll get our standard backgrounds again. Go back to the kitchen. Okay, there we go. So that puppy, what do you guys think it's going to turn into?
A big dog.
Going to turn into a big dog. Huh? Okay. All right. And if I was holding a kitten, what do you think that would turn into?
An adult
All
cat.
cat.
Yeah, it's going to turn into a cat, right? So naturally, that's what we think, right? So, um, but I've been posing the question for quite some time now about what are you, right? Not who are you, what are you? So we're going to talk about some things today. I want to talk to you guys about power and really where the power is, where it's at, and you'll hopefully understand why I'm using the puppy analogy. Um, so once you understand this about yourself and about the true nature of things, which it can be kind of elusive, right? So a lot of times the true natures can be hidden, right? It should give you guys some great insight, and it will then tie into the real subject I want to talk about today, is uh, supporting what you want to get what you want. Okay. Let me change this back to gallery. There we go. Stretch that out. All right. So before we get into that, let's talk about what day it is here. We are on the 19th. So if I open up a calendar here, so today is the 20th. Monday is the 23rd. And then Thursday is the 26th. And Monday the following week is the 30th. So we're no longer doing opportunity meetings. We're not going to do an opportunity meeting on the 24th or the 31st. The next one will be on the 7th. So around here, people really start coming in like crazy over to the house around this time of year. So I'm not even sure I will be able to be in a situation I could host a meeting on the 23rd and the 30th, or even the 26th. Those days are so close to the 24th being Christmas Eve and the 31st being New Year's Eve. They're so close to that. Not and obviously the day after Christmas. So if some of you would like to step up and actually host some of these meetings that I may not be able to attend, to keep them going, then we could definitely keep, make it happen if that's what you guys want to do. But it is too unpredictable on my side, just because I know how it gets around here at the house and how many people start showing up, and then it gets really, I just won't have the space. This area I'm in right now won't be quiet, enough for me to do a meeting on those next 3 dates. So Monday, and Thursday. So what do you guys think? Is there anybody that would like to, have those meetings on the next one being Monday with the 23rd? Then the next one after that would be the 26th, and the next one after that would be the 30th. Are you guys wanting to do co-founder meetings on those dates? And would one of you or some of you like to step up and provide some leadership training for those dates? Anybody interested in that?
Well, I'll voice an opinion.
Okay, let's hear your opinion.
Okay. Maybe next week we don't have a meeting.
Okay.
So we don't worry about the 23rd or the 26th to me would be a write-off anyway, but not worry about either day because people are so busy. And as you said, with family and Christmas and that type of thing. The 30th, well, that's another story because that's sort of in between the two.
Yeah.
I'm not volunteering, but if somebody would like, the 30th would be a good idea.
All right. So we got someone that's saying, forget about the next two meetings, but the 30th. So we got Karen who thinks the 30th might be a good time to meet. And okay.
I completely agree. I'm going to be traveling up to Maine, so I completely agree with bypassing a couple.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Good deal. All right. So anybody else want to chime in?
I'll add my eye into the ring and pretty much echo Karen and Gregory's opinion. I mean, it's around the holidays. Let's let people focus on family. That the important stuff. Absolutely.
Because if we don't do a meeting for example, on the 30th, the next one would actually be on the 2nd of the second of that'd be Thursday the 2nd. So that's the next opportunity. And I believe I'll be fine on by the 2nd. But I really don't know about the 30th in my situation here. But I'm sure by the second, we could maybe plan the next one on the 2nd of January.
Fine, the 30th I think would be good since it's time past Christmas if anyone else wants to host the call at that point.
So you wouldn't be available to host it, or or what are you saying now?
Well, I'll be hosting it, but I wouldn't be, the star of the show
Providing
is
the
what I'm
training,
saying.
providing the training.
How are you?
Is
Right,
there,
how we usually
is there
do it.
anybody interested in stepping up to do the training on the 30th? Going once?
And if nothing else, I could do a crypto ask me anything sort of thing if that's what people would be interested in. But we'll see what works out.
Okay, so that's kind of an offer. You okay doing that on the 30th?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. But let's not call it a co-founder meeting. Let's call it crypto training. How about that?
makes sense.
On the 30th. How's that sound? I can get a poster up for that. So
Sounds good.
send me over your
Hey, Hunter.
picture and
Yes.
I'll use that.
I was just gonna say, Hunter, make sure, because I will be able to attend the 30th meeting. Make sure you explain it from people who've never really been that familiar with crypto.
Basic training.
Gotcha.
Basic trade, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I mainly have in mind answering people's questions that, just questions that you've had about crypto, but you're afraid to ask, or you didn't know who to ask, or anything of that sort.
I think we're probably going to have a lot of questions coming up on how to withdraw crypto. So maybe that would be something you can focus on too. I know there's so many different variables depending on where you are in the world, but I think the process is going to be the same once we get it out of the wallet, is it not, Hunter?
Yeah, yeah, I'll chew on that.
Okay.
There was also a circumstance that I encountered today that Hunter helped me out with, which is not on your list of common problems. And it's such an important one as well because it was due to an update on MetaMask, and which presumably happens fairly frequently. So yeah, the idea of getting better educated on crypto is a great idea for sure.
All right, very good. All right, well, thanks for stepping up, Hunter. We appreciate you always actually hosting these different trainings. So you get to be the star of the next one. How about that on the 30th? So we'll basically say that for now, this meeting right now is going to be our final co-founder meeting for the year 2024. And then the next one will be on January 2nd. That sound good, guys? Thursday, January 2nd.
That sounds good.
For our next
Yeah.
co-founder
Sounds good
meeting.
to me.
Sounds good.
And then we'll have some
All right.
crypto training from Hunter. We'll come up with a snazzy name for it and we'll make a nice poster for that for the 30th. That's 10 days from now. You got your hand back up, Paul?
Yeah, at some point I'd be happy to kind of just describe what I do to achieve what I'm able to achieve, which is not huge, but it's I've got a few referrals and so on, and building quite a nice little team. So maybe we could have a meeting where a few people share what they're doing
I
to
love that.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you and I can maybe have a side conversation one-on-one, and you kind of lay out what you want to present. Maybe we could even make a poster for that, Paul, to let people know that something special from one of our co-founders is coming up. All righty. So if you've been with me for a while, you may have heard me say the following, and that is support the strong and train the weak. Have you heard me say that before, guys? support the
Yes.
strong, train the weak.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I want to build on that today in the training today, because I want you guys to understand that I want you guys to actually tap into power, right? I want you to tap into uh, you know when you really understand power and and really where the greatest power, the access point to the greatest power. It may surprise many of you where that's at, because so many people have, um, a way of thinking. Let's just put it that way. That maybe they don't see the power that's just always been there. So, and I do want to kind of cover a couple of updates, but I want to kind of do a little training first, and then we'll come back around and do some updates. Does that sound good, guys?
Yes.
All right. Okay. First of all, you need to identify what you want. Okay. And believe it or not, too many people fail to do this step. And, it's very difficult to access power when you don't even know what you're going to use the power for. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yeah, let's make it interactive today. Welcome to all of you. We've got here about 31 of you here so far. So you need to be clear about what you want, right? If you want something, then you have a focal point, right? You have something to really put your attention on. If you're very like whatever, right? You're gonna find that that's gonna basically not have a very strong effect. Okay, you can show up like I've always said. What are the 3 steps to success? I've always said. You guys tell me, what are the 3 steps to success?
Get up, step up, and show up.
A little out of order. Put them back in order. So get up is the first one.
Show up is the second one.
Yeah, show up.
Then show up. Then step up is the third.
Exactly. So that's the 3 steps to success, and give that some thought, what that really means. So today I'm going to talk to you about stepping up, okay? Stepping up. Because once you know what you want and once you identify power to get it, then it's a matter of stepping up is what that step of success is engaged at that point, okay? Got to start with what you want. And what you want isn't just one thing, it's kind of like there are a number of things, right? Like imagine having a chair that only had one leg, right? If you only had one leg on a chair, could be a little bit awkward to sit on, right?
Stools work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but even still, but having those 4 legs, what we normally think of when we think of a chair, it provides, all 4 legs have like a contribution to the success of a chair. Okay. So just like in your life, you're not going to necessarily want only one thing. But there's going to be like a list of things that you want. And what you're doing inside pool funding, there'll be a list of things that you want. Okay. So the idea is that you want to support that which you want. Okay. Support what you want. And then by supporting it, you're going to get it. Okay. But again, if you tap into the real power, you're going to find that the real power is not out here, right? Like some of you might think, I'm the power. Okay. You might think, and so from your perspective, from where you're sitting, I'm outside of you, right?
I'd
Okay,
say so.
okay. Just maybe Hunter, you just be I'll just dialogue with you. I'm open to anybody chiming in, but I want you guys to be very, very clear. And it comes back to once you can identify what you are. So, can I get a couple of ideas from you guys? What do you think you are? What are you?
Human.
Energy.
Okay. Hunter says he's energy. Gregory Jones says he's human. What are you?
How about creators?
Creators. Okay. Paul
A
says
work in
creators.
progress.
Okay. Mark Anthony says a work in progress. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. So it's interesting to think about that. What I mean, sometimes when we ask the question who, we have certain labels that we immediately come up with, you know what I'm saying? Um, but the most of us don't go around asking ourselves, what am I? Right? But I would dare say that we should be asking that question a lot more than we are asking the question. Because by asking that question, you're going to take a journey from wherever you're at, work in progress, energy, human, you're going to, wherever you're at with whatever answer you come up with now. And then you'll start to find that there's layers like an onion, right? And you start identifying what you are. You're this and you're this and you're this. But if you don't mind me going biblical for a minute, I want to share just two verses out of the Bible. I hope that doesn't offend anyone. That I want to share a couple of scripture, okay, um, from the Bible here. I'm not going to get too preachy, but I think these verses are can connect with where I want to go today. All right, so let's go with this one here. This one's out of the New Testament. All right, John 10:34. Okay. Jesus answered them, "Is it not written in your law? I said, ye are gods." Okay. That's interesting, isn't it? So what is this law here? Is it not written in your law? Well, for the people he was talking to, he was talking to them about what we would call the Old Testament. Let's go to the Old Testament. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Okay. Now, it won't surprise any of you that the puppy I was holding earlier going to probably turn into a dog. Nothing bad happens to it. It won't be long before we'll be calling it a dog and not a puppy anymore, right? But
Right.
but some of you may be surprised that in that verse Jesus was telling them that isn't it written in your law that you are gods, ye are gods, okay? And in that verse from Psalms that you're gods, you're children of the Most High. Okay. A lot of people find this to be very hard to believe, first of all, right? So it can be a person can be very challenged with the idea that our potential, right, whether we call ourselves human today or work in progress or energy, whatever we may call ourselves today as what we are, that really it is as powerful as a God, a creator. But are we surprised about the creator part? Because aren't humans creating all the time anyway? Right?
Yes.
That's not surprising, is it?
No.
I created pool funding. So, I'm the founder of it, right? That's just one example of it. But, when we think about God, we think about like supernatural stuff, don't we? walking on water, turning water into wine, you know, and it goes beyond that. So the journey is not a journey to the outside world, okay? The journey that I'm referring to, and I've always talked about this, you have to go in to win. So what am I really talking about when I say you got to go in to win? You see, you all come here because many of you have the aspiration to become a millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire?
All of us.
I do.
Okay.
Aw.
All right. And so that's why you listen to me. I've been a little further down the path than most of you. And so I know what that's like. And so I can tell you that my journey to becoming a millionaire was very much it started on an inward path, and then I got to enjoy the fruit of it in it kind of crystallized in the outer world. Okay. But at first I believed I could become a millionaire. Then I believed I could take steps and actions towards that. And then and a few other things kind of fell into place. And then it happened. And then believe it or not, I lost it all. Right. And then it happened again. Right. So I've been through this a few times. So when you actually turn inward, okay, you'll start to get a sense that there's something powerful there. Can we at least agree on that at this point? We're all at different all of us are different levels. So I'm trying to talk as general as possible because we're not all going to be understanding where the way I look at things, because it may be a little deep for some of you, but I want you guys to understand where the power is, and I want you to maybe look at 2025 as a year that you can all tap that power for yourself. Okay. But the power is in you. Okay. Even the power of God. Okay. So whatever you think about God, yeah, it's there. And you may have heard me say this too, that all limitations are self-imposed. And then, it gets a little deeper from there. But a lot of us are walking around with certain beliefs that actually are counterproductive to what you want. How many of you would like to eliminate those beliefs that are in your way of getting what you want? How many of you are interested in that?
Yeah, for sure.
Me?
Me.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right, good. And how many of you are willing to take the journey to go in? How many of you are willing to do that?
Yep, happy to do that.
Okay.
I.
How many of you can sense a level of trust, right? To go to yourself. Is there any level of trust there? You guys trust yourselves?
Yes.
Yep.
Do you
Yes.
trust what's on the inside of you?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So right now, from your perspective, I'm outside of you. Okay. And so I would have no problem if some of you didn't trust me more than you trust yourself. I'd have no problem with that. Okay. In fact, I think it's probably wise when you're sharing trust, right? When you're doing that you give yourself the larger portion, right? And give others less. And that would include me. Okay. You need to trust yourself because on the inside of you is God and all the power of God. How powerful is God? Right?
All powerful.
So if you're looking for a partner and you had to choose one, you could be this guy over here, this other, we'll say human, all right? This other human over here, okay? You could partner up with this human, right? But you can only pick one, or you can pick God. Okay? Which partnership would make more sense to you? The other human or God?
Definitely
God.
God.
Comparison.
All right, God. Okay. And so I know some of you are, you may even have questions about that. Some of you may see God as the same thing as Snow White or any other fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay, right? No judgment here. All right. The bottom line is that I just want you to listen to yourself. Okay. If you will listen to yourself, then you'll start to you'll start to notice things. Okay. You'll notice things that are positive, and you'll notice things that are negative. Do you guys have the power to actually figure out what's positive, what's negative? Do you have clarity between positive and negative?
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Right. If I say to myself, I'm a dummy, is that positive or negative?
That's the negative.
Negative.
That's it's what do you call it?
Positive,
I
negative.
from the way it depends on how you're looking at it.
You're right. You're going deeper, Dave. Yeah, it's true. It is a matter of how you look at it. But on the surface, where I want to kind of keep it at the surface for now. On the surface, okay, you could say it's negative, undesired. Okay, but how many are guilty of this in one form or another, of shaming yourself? I'm a dummy.
Oh yeah.
I'm a jerk.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm a one negative after another. When you go on the inside, that's there too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now what Dave's I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but what Dave's talking about is those are the teachers. So the negative part of it is really the teachers, believe it or not. Okay. They're the ones that are saying, what you gonna do now that you're calling yourself a dummy? You know what I'm saying? And it's an opportunity to say, no, I don't accept that. I don't see myself as a dummy, and then work around that. But I really think that when you get good at looking at yourself, you'll just have so much more power when it comes to dealing with other people, right? So if you're good at looking at yourself, you're gonna you'll have greater insight what's going on with other people. Does that sound true or not true?
That's true.
Yes.
Okay.
It-
It's the
in retrospect.
yeah the avoidance to go in is actually a very common problem that we see. We see a resistance to going in. A lot of people have some fears associated with that. I don't want to go too deep into what might be the reason for those fears, but you do need to pay attention to what's going on there, because if you want something, the easiest way to get it is tapping the power that is there to get it. Okay. So, and once you connect the dots and you go, okay, you need to support, the things that are going to get you what you want, right? And you start making choices and decisions, and now you're in action mode. Okay. So let's just say that support comes in the form of action. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So, but a lot of times we think that we're supporting, but we're actually not. Okay. So we have to really define what's going to work. Okay. For example, a lot of you would love to see the pricing of our our coins to be much higher right now, right? A lot of you would like that, right? but how much of you are doing something about it? Okay. So right now, there is an opportunity to
रिमोट से कब हो गया मिल
accumulate
गया
more coin.
नहीं
Thank you, Mohammed. There's an opportunity to get more coin, right, at a price that's probably going to be, you'll see next year. Uh, this is a great buying opportunity right now, whether people realize that or not. It is a great buying opportunity, and those that do see that will take advantage of it, and they'll recognize that they're going to get what they want by getting more, right? So, if you want to, if you want leaders in the community to help you, right, then supporting your leaders, helping them in through different ways that you can support them. Okay, there's when a leader asks you to do something, then if you do it, that's a form of support. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So there you go.
Absolutely.
So figure out what you want, whatever it is that you want, right? When you're clear about it, realize that the power is there from the inside, that you'll be able to say, I'm going to support this. So you make a choice on the inside. I'm going to support anything that gets me what I want, right? Whatever shows up that says, okay, I'm here to help you get what you want, support it, right? Now, support is different than take advantage. Okay.
Mhm.
There's a difference between support and take advantage, right? And when you understand that difference, you'll have more power. Okay. It's very easy to take advantage of this, and this, and also take for granted this, and this. Anybody guilty of that? Okay. All right. So, but at the same time, once you figure out that it's about support, not about taking advantage, then you're looking a little deeper as to the actions that you'll take to make sure that you have what you want. You want leaders, you're going to support them. Anybody that shows up that has, leaders, whether it's above you or below you, right? And even within you, right? The leader within, right? So you're going to support it, right? By taking action on it. Okay. I'm talking in pretty general terms because if I get one example, it's like a rabbit trail. You can have a 1 hour talk on just one little rabbit trail, but you guys need to be open to the idea that you get to know what you want, okay, and then you go from there in finding ways to support it. Things are going to show up, okay, both from the outside and on the inside. Things are going to show up, okay. Your teachers are going to show up both places. Teachers are going to show up from the inside and from the outside, okay. And when I say teachers, these are the negativity, okay. They're going to show up and challenge you, right? You got to beat the challenge, right? If you cave in to the challenge, you're not ready for what you want. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Absolutely.
If you cave in other words, if you have the spirit to give up, right, then and ultimately what will happen is something will come along, whether it's on the inside or it's on the outside, and then you give up. Okay. How many are guilty of giving up? Okay. Right. And so we all have lots of experiences through our life. Most of us here are older, so we're not just a young group of people here in the sense that we're all in our 20s or whatever, but most of us are a little bit older than that. Okay. And we've experienced a lot of things. We've experienced wins, and failures, and success and loss. And most of us been around, we've experienced a lot, and we have now some contrast to work with to be able to even take something what I'm saying here today and apply it. Okay. So as we go into the year 2025, I want you guys to enter the year thinking about what you want and how you can support anything that's going to help you get what you want. And properly support it. Find ways to the better you are at supporting the action part of it, probably the more the faster the result, I guess you could say, the faster result of you receiving that which you want, okay? Or having that which you want. And that's not just for pool funding, that's just in life in general. That's for everything, right? So, but it does apply here in pool funding too, very much so. Okay. We have a machine here. Okay. The machine pays you 100%, right? You get 100% in USDT on whatever you build. Okay. But if you're always going out here and saying, I need this in order for me to get, what I want, right? I need something from the outside before I can have what I want. You're going for the lesser power. Okay. The stronger power would be, I will just believe that I am receiving that which I want. I expect it to show up, and I receive it with gratitude and with and anything that presents itself as something that will make it possible for me to get what I want sooner, better, faster, more of. Okay, then you'll take action in a very positive way to support it. Okay, and when the teachers show up, that negative stuff, the negative people, the negative self-talk, when they show up, just remember they're showing up there for a reason. Because, like I've said many times before, life does not happen to you. Life
for you.
happens for you. And those teachers are showing up when they show up at the very time that they show up for a very good reason,
Student
because
is ready.
they're there to teach you, right? They're there to teach you. And so you have to have the will to choose what you believe. So if a teacher comes up and says, you're a stupid idiot, okay, whether it's from outside in or inside out, if that teacher shows up, you would be, well, that's interesting that you would say that, but I'm not going to accept that. But thank you for for presenting yourself. So now I can reinforce that I am the opposite of a stupid idiot. Okay. I have within me great power, so much power that's beyond a stupid idiot, right? So, and just the teachers are there to remind you of your power. Okay, they show up. I'm actually going a little deeper with where Dave was leading us when I was saying positive and negative. I am going a little deeper than I thought I would today, but yeah, because you're going to deal with both positive and negative. If someone comes and tells you that you're awesome, or if you look on the inside and go, I'm a beautiful person, I'm a wonderful person, I'm full of love. When you're saying these things about yourself and you go in and you listen to that, you can say, that is true, that is right, that is correct, so, and if someone from the outside is saying the same thing, then humbly accept the acknowledgement, that people are seeing that you have, you are full of self-worth. Okay, you're valuable and important. So when you look at pool funding, we have different elements here. We got our coins. We have we have the team building. Okay, we have meetings, we have you know uh, uh, we have goals, community objectives. So I want you to pay attention to all those things, and if they line up with what you want, make sure that you're supporting it, with as much positivity as you can. Okay. And realize that because you get 100% of whatever you build as a co-founder. I'm not sure. I can mute that. Okay. I hear something. Is that coming from Hunter?
No, it's not me. I'm trying to find them. I'm not sure who it is.
Okay. All right. So
I think I got him.
thank you. So just realize that you get to build whatever you want, and believe it or not, you have the power just to draw it to you. Okay. I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, 90% of the game here is belief. Because it appears to me that whatever you actually believe, it tends to manifest in your reality. And so evidence of what you believe will start showing up and showing up and showing up, right? And then if it's the stuff that you don't want that keeps showing up, you might want to go in for a minute and take a listen and see if there's a teacher in there telling you, that you're getting exactly what you want here. That you've been telling yourself that this, that, and the other, and you were buying into it, the negative stuff. And that's why I keep showing up for you. The stuff that you technically, when you're consciously making a choice, okay, that you don't want this, you don't want that, but it keeps showing up, right? And so, and just because you're presented a challenge from the outside doesn't mean that you are overcome. Ye are gods. So that's a trump card, okay? If you can just come to the realization that there's that much power inside of you, then there's nothing. Like, you want to be a millionaire? What's stopping you? The only one that's stopping you is you. Period. End of statement. No matter what. And you got a platform here, you get 100% of whatever you build. And you got to believe that you are the builder. Because if you believe Ace is your builder, you're giving me more power than you're giving yourself. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And so I am building, okay? And you are benefiting by that which I build, but you will benefit greatly by believing you are the main builder of your millionaire status. And let's just put any label on that. It doesn't have to be millionaire status. It could be your physique. It could be anything, right? It could be, anything that you want besides, millionaire status. Like I said, we're not just sitting on a chair with one leg here. Okay. We have many things that we want, and we want to support all of it. Okay. And we have to believe that you can have a life that you dream of. Okay. In your dreams, you see a version of reality that is so desirable. And really, the only one that's in the way of you living that dream is you. And once you realize that we're not talking about a heavy burden, we're not talking about the responsibility you're what's the word I'm looking for here? That it's something really heavy to carry, okay? Because you are you. You're gonna, more or less you're carrying yourself around anyway, right? And all you've got to do is realize that if you take care of you, okay, then you're going to get what you want. That's if you realize that you have the power, why wouldn't you use your own power, right, to have that what you want? It is your life. It is your series of experiences, and it's your path and your journey, right? We're all technically on what's called the hero's journey, by the way. Okay. So you're all the hero of your own story. Okay. And, there's another deep one. I could go down that one for a while, but you could Google or you can YouTube, search that on YouTube, the hero's journey. It's a good thing to, dig into, guys. When you realize what you are, it's powerful, and that we are an aspect that is just expanding and experiencing, and everything is valid, right? Positive, negative, good and bad. Everything becomes validated because it is all. How would you like to be able to describe salt, but you can't say salty? Okay. Right? What does salt taste like? You can't use the word salty or anything like that. Until you actually, experience salt, you wouldn't know, how to really describe it, right? You couldn't describe it just by looking at the color of it. Oh, it's going to taste like this because it's this color, Well, sugar's kind of the same color, right? But very different taste. So again, the power's in you. Believe in that power. Use the next 10 days or 10 or 11 days, use that time to power up. Okay. You're going to have a chance here to get, to give this some thought between now and the next time we come together in a co-founder meeting. You're going to have some time, and I really want you to spend time thinking about this, because if you want 2025 to be the year of abundance, okay, it can be if you are willing to do the necessary. Okay. There's going to be people inside of pool funding all along every phase of it. We've already been through like the formation, foundation setting phase. Most of that's kind of behind us. We're still working on a few little things that still feel are foundational, but other than that, the foundation part's pretty much behind us. But ahead of us is setting up rapid growth, right? Okay. And then we want to also become like a super brand. Okay, we want to be so we want that growth to lead into that we become like iconic, branding. So in every stage, whether you get involved here, there's going to be people who are going to win big. Okay, they're going to make it big. And then there's always going to be people that totally just, flop. Okay. So what's the difference between the winners and the losers? And I'm going to tell you right now, it has mostly to do with the power from within. Those that tap the power from within will find anything they do, pool funding among a list of anything else that they could be doing. Okay. It doesn't really matter. When a person is prepared any opportunity works, including pool funding, maybe especially pool funding. Okay. But any opportunity will work. Okay. When you're prepared. So tap into that power. I want you to consider the idea that inside of you is the power to do. I mean, again, all limitations are self-imposed. Okay. If you want to go supernatural with that, I'm happy to go there with you, because I even believe that what we are, in fact, supernatural. Okay.
Mhm.
That's what I believe we are. That's what, when I think about what we are, I see the multidimensional aspect. You may have heard me use that when I say, hey, we're multidimensional. But you could also say, when I'm saying multidimensional, I'm acknowledging the God within, and it's that everybody has it. Okay. So go there, because ultimately it's one thing to be a millionaire, but how many of you want to be an unhappy millionaire? How many of you want that?
Heck no.
Okay. So there's a
Extremely
formula.
happy millionaire.
Okay. There's a formula here. It's not only about the money. There are people who fall for greed. Okay. And greed is actually just another form of fear. Okay. It is love. Ultimately, the strongest thing that's going to support everything that you want is going to be love over fear. And any derivative of fear is wrong. So if greed is the main core, you might end up becoming a millionaire, yes, but you won't be a happy one. Okay? You won't be a happy one. But if you want to be a happy one, you'll find that the path of abundance, which is full of love, that one will get you to be not only a millionaire, but also a happy millionaire. Okay? That sound good, guys? All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Did I go too philosophical with you guys today? Were you guys ready for this, or am I off the mark here talking about this stuff?
Nope. Not
All
for
good.
me.
All good? Okay. Ken, you got your hand up.
Sometimes you just. Yes,
Go ahead.
Ace, excellent discussion, very motivational, thank you.
You're welcome.
Got a question about the poolfunding.io website.
Okay.
You said that the new video, which is entitled Earn 3,000 a Day, didn't you say last Thursday, I believe, that it would be posted on the website?
Yeah, but unfortunately the programmer got sidetracked with another client. So I'm hoping that today that'll be the case. So
And you also said that certain videos that appear on our websites now will be deleted or eliminated.
yeah, let me share my screen so we can look at what Ken is referring to. Okay. Good point, Ken, as far as updates are concerned. All right, so we're on the account page. You got pool funding, fast start training. That video will be gone. That script will be gone. That video there, fastest way to sign, will be gone. All of it, everything you see here will be gone. And in its place, we're going to have this video.
Earning $3,000 a day.
Earn $3,000 a day, and we're going to have this poster. That's what's going to show up when the programmer finishes his job. So there you go.
He's got a lot of nerve having another client.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, guys. If you want to have a dedicated programmer, that we need to support that, right? So it's not basically the programmer we have's got 20 years of experience, was a professor at the university teaching programming. So not only is he, experienced programmer, but he's also taught other people how to program. And he's good. And he's also blockchain oriented, which that's kind of a rare thing, actually. Most programmers are not familiar with blockchain. And normally what he does, he goes and finds two people that want a programmer every month, and he basically charged them about $5,000 to build them a website. Okay. And so he can do that forever. He can do just go get two more clients and then build them a $5,000 project and then go from there. If they want additional work, then they pay for it, right? But yeah, so he's got a lot of clients, but a lot of the clients, their websites are static. They don't change. Once it's built, they just use it after that. They don't need much from him afterwards. What we're doing is so dynamic and different, right? We have to have some ideas that are different. So there's ongoing need for programming with what we're doing. So that's just what we're dealing with. So when we get to the point where he'd be much happier having one client and he didn't have a need to go chase after anybody else. We just have to support that, right? So we got to be thinking about what we're doing. So you are getting 100% of what you build, but there are things that you can do that can help have a full-time programmer. It's going to happen no matter what, right? But I'm in a hurry to make it happen as quickly as possible. Where we just have them locked in, and I don't only want one programmer. I want someone below him that can handle more of the mundane type of stuff, and he just handles the higher level stuff. And so yeah, that's what we want to do. But that's not the current reality. You get what you pay for, basically, right, guys? So that's where we're at the moment. But next year, I'm expecting this thing to go quite big. And so when I talk about we're going to have AI and that an R&D budget of $30 to get access to the AI, a lot of that is going to go towards development, the programmer, right? So clear that up. Anything else, Ken, you want to talk about?
No, I'm good. Thank you, Ace.
All right. So you can see if we support what we want, we're going to get what we want. Dave, how you doing?
Just good, not too bad. I was just wondering about the AI robots. Got a new date for them, or?
Yeah, we're working on it, so
I know that has to do with the programmers.
it's in this case it's Garrett, who's the guy I'm working with. He's out of Colorado. And so far I'm not quite seeing what I want to see, right? So he's shared, how about this? Like that's not what I want, So we're just stepping up what it is that he's building, right? And
fine tuning.
Yeah, because I don't want to just slop something out there, right? I do want I don't want the first version to be good, but it doesn't have to be great. But I want it to be good. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
Because version 2 can be better than good, right? Right. And so on.
Exactly.
And that's the whole point of having an R&D, fund. So that I'm anxious to get it all done now. Like if it's up to me, it would happen. It would happen yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But yep, I tell you that the holidays are impacting both the programmer and Garrett is having an impact. Last time I was talking
Yep.
to Garrett, he was on a hayride with his wife and I think it's his son. Yeah, it's his son, and they were at a like a nativity type of program,
Yep.
right? Yeah. So he's in Colorado, so yeah, stuff like that. You see that happening in places like that.
Hmm.
But he's very gung-ho and he's also been looking at AI longer than I've been looking at AI and been playing around with it, much longer than I have. And he has a new connection he told me about that I'm really excited about. But this connection is $120 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's what we're talking about. But in my mind, no problem. We'll pay it. Okay. $120 an hour, great. Based on what was described to me as what this guy could do, it'd be worth it, you know. So just expect whatever we start with, it will just get better and better. That's just
Yeah.
you can definitely hold me to that. That what we'll have something that's going to be getting better, as time passes. Okay, so let's see what else is there to update, John. We've talked about the AI. We've talked about meetings. The lead generation, that's going to cool down quite a bit from this point forward until next year. Okay, so it's just the timing. This there are people looking for opportunities, but they're thinned out quite a bit this time of year. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
want to put more of our resources towards that beginning of next year. So but yeah, that's moving along. So yeah. Um from a business point of view, guys, uh I don't necessarily like the holidays. So I don't want to be a Scrooge or anything like that. But I've just
Why
been
not, Heath?
what's that?
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that's really Scrooge, really Scrooge. Like, come on, guys, it's only one day out of the year. But the fact is that you know uh, it's just been in my experience to you be gentle during the holidays and then come in hard right at the beginning of the year has been a good formula. So then not have to deal with the other people saying, I can't tell how many times I've heard people tell me this to my face in my life. Oh, after the holidays. Okay. I mean, it's probably in the thousands how many times people have said that to me. So, even though I just want to keep on pushing it, I know better that just be a little bit gentle. Let's get through the holidays. We have in another way, I love the holidays. You know, the part of me, especially the part that likes to have fun. The idea of having like goofing off fun. That part of me. Holiday is a great opportunity to express that. And so yeah, um, the holidays can be a fun time. But also, I see a spiritual aspect to the holidays as well. So to me, it's multidimensional. And so I'm gonna put my attention where I think it's gonna get the most out of the time. So the next 10 days or whatever, uh, yeah, family, fun, uh, you know, and business is still there. I'm gonna be working every day, until I can't. So if there's a bunch of people and it's just too crazy, I might open up my laptop and just take a crack in, but when there's going to be days that there's just too much going on and there's activities and so you know how it is, guys. I'm no different than any of you when it comes to that. But I'm not traveling this year, so I'm staying right here. I'm not going to go off to Bali. I've done that before for Christmas. And so I'm here, and so as long as I have a peaceful place to operate, then for me, business is fun. That's the way I look at it. I like making money. I like doing this kind of thing. All right, let's see here. Anything else you guys want to be updated on?
Ace.
Hey, Scott.
So,
From Thailand.
yeah, I was just thinking, obviously there are lots of countries like Thailand where they don't celebrate Christmas, so they don't have a holiday. So you could always focus your targeting countries where they're not interested in Christmas.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I'm itching to go to Thailand in person, so don't be surprised to see me there relatively soon.
Okay.
Probably my next trip will be Thailand. So, but yeah, if you want to just chat me up, I'm open to that, Scott. So,
okay.
A lot of times, when you guys are sleeping in the U.S., Scott and I are still, awake and operating because we're on the other side of the world here.
Obviously, the language barrier is the biggest issue with the Thais, anyway.
How successful have you been talking to Thai so far about anything business related?
No, I haven't really. No, I mean, I'm very isolated, to be honest.
I've had more success with Koreans from South Korea than I have with people in Thailand. Thailand is it's not my go-to for business. It's
a difficult culture.
Yeah, it's more of a go-to for blowing off some steam. It's a great place to blow off steam. If I want to ride an elephant, I go to Thailand. I literally ride elephants when I'm in Thailand. How about that, guys? How many of you had a ride on an elephant? Who's done that before?
I have.
It's amazing. It's amazing, right?
Yes.
I have.
Well, yeah, Carrie, you're in Thailand, so exactly. So if you're in Thailand or been to Thailand, there's a good chance.
You're not going to find many places that allow it anymore, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've gone quite save the elephants and stuff, so you don't find many people riding them anymore. But you can bath with them, you can wash them and whatever, which is good.
Yeah, I got to feed tiger cubs when I was in Thailand. Have you done that?
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, in Chiang Mai.
How many of you have fed tiger cub? Held a little tiger cub in your hand and feeding it with a bottle, an actual tiger, and then you just don't walk in front of the tiger, even though it's chained to a tree. You don't walk in front of it, but you can go behind it and pet it a little bit, nicely, the big grown up one, but yeah. So, Thailand is amazing. They call it amazing. I think the country slogan for Thailand is "Amazing Thailand," right? And it is. It's beautiful, and the beaches, and yeah. And one of my favorite malls is in Bangkok. So the city mall, if you go shopping. Love that setup, the way they got them all arranged, and it's huge. And just anyway, Thailand does a lot of things right, but it's not easy to engage people at the business level. That's been my experience.
Ace, on that note, a lot of digital nomads in Thailand, though. a lot
That's
of
true.
expats, a lot of digital. So, I've done previous businesses and pretty good targeting to expats and digital nomads. So there's an option too for you.
I mean, pool funding and expat kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Perfect.
Yes.
So
once the lead's done for you, is up and running, I think it will be a big win here because I think lots of people don't want to do like network marketing or affiliate marketing, but if they could build a team without approaching other expats, because I think that's the problem, then it can really work.
yeah. Yep. But the thing about expats is they especially the nomads, right? The ones that not necessarily tied to any country. They're just they're a few months here and then a few months there, what we're doing would definitely have a strong appeal to them because we're not talking small money when we talk about the $100 pool, $1,000 pool. I mean, it's right up their alley. So they do very
and the money goes far.
Yeah.
$100 here it goes really far for nomads and expats.
Big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thailand. Well, thanks for the update on Thailand, guys. Yeah, I've been to all kind of places, Hong Kong, Macau. You guys know what Macau is? It's
Island of Pearl.
think about Las Vegas and then drop $1 trillion on it, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Macau, so basically it's the expensive version of Las Vegas, but like shows and whatever, casinos everywhere, and it's a small island off of Hong Kong. It's its own little country. Well, basically, it's like Las Vegas made itself its own little country. It's kind of like that. A little small island off of Hong Kong. Been there, bought a $200 box of chocolates when I was in the hallway of one of the casinos. Like, oh, I want this chocolate. I picked out some chocolate and $200, sir. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I've been all over this part of the world. All right, so I think that's good. We've everything's coming together. I just want you to know that we're looking great for 2025. I think that we can have a fast start in January of 2025. I think we did a good job in 2024. I mean, we managed to overcome quite a few things in the path that we took during 2024. But honestly, my business experience was one of the hardest years in business I've ever been through. So a lot of surprises that I wasn't expecting, and that's okay. If you think it's easy to be an opportunity provider that gives everybody 100% commission, go start one of your own. It has its own set of challenges, but I'm so excited about doing it because I know that once we catch on, once we actually grab the road, when the rubber hits that road and just grabs it, we get traction. Once it happens, it'd be the only thing people talk about after that. It'd be like, why isn't everything 100% commission? So that's where we're going. Oh, by the way, I want to also tell you, when it comes to our coins, we're going to open up a store in the first quarter of 2025, and we're going to be focused on digital for a while, okay? But later it could turn into Amazon. But basically, the way that will work is anybody could put digital stuff in the store, but they have to accept our coin. So they can accept, one or all or they can choose which coins out of the four, right? They can choose which coins out of the 4 coins that they'd be willing to accept for payment for their digital products and services. And that entire payment would go to them. Okay. So I don't even think we need a charge for the store itself. We just give the stores away where they can have a store. We give them kind of like what they call WYSIWYG. You know, what you see is what you get kind of set up, so they can just kind of arrange their store and put the stuff in it that they want. And then, of course, most likely we'll use US dollar as a way to understand the value, right? So I want to do this, I want to provide this product for $10, you know, in PFB, right? I want to do this for $50 in PFS, you know, that kind of thing, right? And so it doesn't matter what the price is doing, because what they're going to charge is based on the dollar amount that they put in there. And then we'll be launching campaigns and outreach to grab people that want to share their products and services, and that would help increase a demand for people getting our coin, right? Create special offers you can't find in other places. So I got a lot of ideas there. And we'll continue to have co-founding meetings where you guys can keep throwing in your ideas, you know, on what we can do to create more value. Okay. Just remember, you got power. So what you have to say is important. I'm willing to listen. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm missing something. Am I missing something? I think I've covered everything. Help me out, guys. Is there anything that's burning that you guys need to know about before the end of the year? Any burning information you got to know about? No? Silence? Silence is consent.
How about the guaranteed sign-ups? How are we doing with that?
Yep. So unfortunately, the programmer won't be working between the 26th till the end of the year. So that particular week, not available. So I've only got them now. I'm sharing them with another client between now and the 25th. So he doesn't celebrate Christmas, but his church believes it's a pagan holiday, but so they don't celebrate Christmas. So he's willing to work on the 25th. So but yeah, but the problem is I'm not his only focus between here and there. So and I think that the demo page, I really want to do that the right way. We haven't even got the opt-in page completed yet, you know. So it's kind of in kind of the programmer's timing right now. That makes sense. So that's kind of where we're standing on it right now. So I'm pushing. I would like to have it all done before the 25th, but we're kind of the windows, you know, I feel like if we get it done, it'd be like squeaking in underneath the window anyway. You know what I'm saying? The window, the timing of it getting it done this year. But we're very close. So it's just 2 pages that I want to have, so we can add that to what we got. So that's a long answer to we're going to have more success when we get these 2 pages, the opt-in page leading to a demo page leading to a registration page, because as it sits right now, we have people only coming into a registration page. So we got traffic, it goes right to the registration page. They got a video, they got a form, and then from there it goes into a page on explaining how to set up their MetaMask wallet and attaching it to our website. And then cost them anything, because the first $10 payment is made for them. So it's a good value there. But a lot of those are showing up as leaks because they haven't connected the wallet to the website, right? So part of what we're missing is a phone number. And once we have the opt-in page, we're going to be grabbing phone numbers so that when you're looking at leads in the future, you're not just getting an email, you're getting a phone number too. Okay. And I think that'll help a lot, you know. So, but if it never moves from lead over to referral, then that doesn't qualify as a paid sign up. So, you know, you those of you that have that, you have signups coming, not just leads. Okay, guys, make that clear. But we'll get it done. I think once we have it, the messaging and everything perfect, and the funnel is done in a way that it's actually producing and producing and producing. Turning up the volume on traffic is the easiest thing in the world to do. Right, that's the easy part of the whole equation. And so it's as soon as everything's like it's spitting out sign up, then yeah, I'm just going to turn the volume up on the traffic, and then we'll be unstoppable, right? So that clarify who asked that question? Was it Dale?
That was me. Thank you. Yeah, that was me.
Oh, that was Paul. Okay, thanks, Paul. Okay. All right,
Ace?
guys. Yes.
Just one quick thing. Did you manage to follow up on that league magnet I sort of suggested to you before?
It's a good one. Yeah, looks good to me. So I'm not ready to talk about it yet, but yeah,
No.
that could be something as early as January that we're putting that in front of people too, But yeah, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lose the wind in the sail, as they call it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be ready to go, and then I'll say, "Hey, look, guys, check this out." It's pretty exciting, right, Scott?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought so.
We'll keep that under the hat for now, but pretty exciting.
Okay.
All right, good deal. Okay, that's it, guys. So thank you all for being here for our final co-founder meeting on Zoom for the year 2024. For those of you catching us on YouTube, okay, this is an example of what you get by coming in and being part of this live. It's interactive. It's not just a recording, you get to interact with the creator founder of Pool Funding, and your input is valid and appreciated. So those that do participate, we do appreciate those that are contributing to the meeting. So it's not just listening to one guy talk, And just to reiterate, it is my dream that the world wakes up. All of it. The world wakes up to what we are. I hope that once you catch the light of what I'm talking about here, of what you are, that no one will be able to shut you up, and helping other people to see what they are. And at some point, when we all realize what we are, we end up with a much different world, a better one. The fact that we all forgot at some point, I think, is what created the world that many of us, there were aspects of the world that we don't really like that much, And I believe we're moving from a dark time into a light time. I believe there's still stuff coming up to the surface that's pretty dark, but I think ultimately it's the final purge before a great renaissance that I believe is about to happen. And you're not going to have to tell your children to look forward to it, because you'll be the one experiencing it with them. So this is the time. So it's an exciting time to be alive, to be a part of this moment in history. And I pay attention to a lot of little different things, just to kind of take the temperature about everything. And as I'm looking at everything, I see that this is just we have more reason to be excited than anything right now. So if for some reason you're not excited, you got go on the inside and work on those teachers, okay? If you're not excited, It's something on the inside of you. You got to go pay, listen carefully what the teacher's telling you, and then use your agency, your ability to choose, and choose wisely on what you're willing to accept as true and believe in, and what you're willing to cast off as and not needed, right? Or unwilling to agree to, right? Don't agree to the negative stuff, guys. Don't agree to it. Okay? They're just showing up to teach you, remind you, and they don't want, believe it or not, the teachers, all that negative stuff, they don't want you to agree. Right? So they're just doing their job. And you are all amazing. We are, we are I think we're getting the attention of so many beings, you know what I'm saying? So this is our time. And this is it right now. And the world of abundance, we're part of the group that's leading the way on, forging that path for humanity. And a lot of it is just about changing the mind, right? Helping people change their minds, giving them tools and resources, and then they can use that to help change the minds of other people. So that's where we're at, right, guys? And 2025, a year of abundance. That's what I see. A year of abundance.
A year of abundance.
So receive
Hey,
that,
Ace,
accept that. Go ahead.
have you heard of Mayan greeting
Who?
in Lakash? The Mayan greeting in Lakash Alakin.
No, not ringing a bell.
It translates to "I am you and you are me." It reflects a deep respect for the interconnectedness of all living things. It's a Mayan greeting, so yours, speaking kind of reminds me of that greeting I heard before.
Well, I am you and you are me.
Yes. It's
I
like we're
said
all,
it is
yeah.
true. I am you and you are me. So I may not be
Chief,
familiar with that particular language. Is that
Mayan.
so Mayan is, and that's
It's
that.
In Lakash Alakin. I mean, you can always look it up later. It translates to "I am you and you are me."
Are you talking about like Mayan as like Mayan and Aztec, or are you talking about
Yes,
Mayan? Okay, got it.
yes,
Okay,
the Mayans from yes, yeah, the Indians. Yes,
okay. Yeah,
yes.
I was getting a little confused with like Malay over here in the East, or they got,
Oh,
but I wasn't sure if it was kind of like that too.
yes,
But yeah, profound ancient wisdom,
yes, yes,
and you know, some of the most amazing pyramids were made by the Mayans, right?
yes.
We always think about Egypt, right? And, but aside from Egypt, isn't, the Mayan pyramids the ones we go, wow, And I've been there.
Right.
I took a cruise in the Caribbean, and we went to, I can't pronounce it, but it's off of Mexico. What's the name of that one?
Mazatlan.
No,
Mazatlan
name of
Chitzania
or Morelos?
or Chitzania.
Yeah,
Chitzania.
I mean, I think
Chitzania.
Chitzania. I think that's it. Chitzania.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've been there too.
like you just can't explain it. When you're looking at
Yeah,
some of the stuff, you go, wow, how? Right?
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yep. So we do need to show respect to our elders, huh? More ways than
Yes.
one. All right. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate your contribution today. Great to have you here. Good to see you. How's Ida doing?
He's right here.
Hi,
Hi, how
I
you doing?
Hi, Ida. So Ida's Filipina and Mark's US, but he's from Belize, right?
Yeah, or the mines were, or still are. There you go.
They're still there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still there. The mines are still there in Belize. Yes.
Yep. Yep. Belize is a beautiful country.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you all for coming, guys, and thank you all for the contribution. And let me also, besides you saying happy holidays, let me wish you all a really happy New Year. So we'll meet on the 2nd, so it'll be after the New Year by that point. So let me go ahead and wish you all a very happy New Year for the year 2025. And I'd like you guys to join me on a little chant at the end here. Let's just say 2025, the year of abundance. Okay. Can you guys chant with me a little bit? 2025, the year of abundance.
2025, the year of abundance.
25 year of abundance.
25 year of abundance.
2025, the year of
2025, the year of abundance.
I love you guys. You guys are
Thanks,
awesome.
Ace.
The year of abundance. 2025.